Hi, I'm in the Hinnom Valley, immediately south of the old city of Jerusalem, in the midst of some beautiful olive trees. It's fairly early morning, and you can see the contrast of the light and the shadow all around me. And it raises an interesting question as we talk pilgrimage about what the expectations and experiences are on various types of pilgrim experiences. And quite obviously, in many cases, if we think in terms of a holy place, the city of Jerusalem, the tomb of Jesus, we're thinking about different types of sacred encounters, holy places, thin places where kind of that connection between us and God is very thin, very immediate. We're often kind of looking for even a sense of healing and wholeness, even something akin to salvation. But if pilgrimage reflects our everyday life, and if we can take something from these kind of special world pilgrimage journeys to Jerusalem and different places near and far from where you live, then what we also want is to see how that pilgrim experience mirrors our life back home. And what we realize that in fact, these type of experiences, just like our lives, is full of contrast. It's full of light and shadows, and our sense of engagement and experience and reflection is of course about God's active presence in our lives, God's creation of us and creation, how God has been faithful to us throughout our life. That's the sunshine, that's the brightness, those are the connections. But God is also with us in the times of shadows, in the time of darkness, and pilgrimage becomes the time of reflecting upon our entire lives. It's not just simply about finding the holy places and the moments. It's about a time of introspection, of self-reflection, of, yes, we want to reconnect with our passions and our commitments and our loves and our relationships, but can be realizing our limitations, our inadequacies, the types of ways that we're still seeking wholeness, and the ways that frankly we need to forgive others and reach out to others. So the types of words that you might think about on pilgrimage is the sense of contrast, the sense that the sacred and the profane are not things that are always separated and distinct, but things that are intermingled, that we can experience almost at the same time. And so that's one of the big words of pilgrimage to Jerusalem, whether or not I'm in an olive grove where you can see the contrast of light and darkness. And I will say, frankly, I do find this beautiful, the place that I'm in, but the metaphor of darkness, shadow, light, and sun speaks to us. So pilgrimage is an intermingled experience of good and bad, the profane, the sacred, the ordinary, the extraordinary, but in ways that we can experience God through all the various textures of our lives, and ways that by leaving home, by leaving our routine for a week or two, we can reflect upon what's most important in our lives, but that we can be renewed and that we can get the spiritual resources that we need, knowing that God is with us, but that we can navigate and live in both the valleys of the shadow of death, but also the mountain types of sunshine and daylight. So that's us talking pilgrimage in the Hinnom Valley, south of Jerusalem. See you next time.